Nearly 1 year ago, disaster struck a Miami area condo complex.
Crews from across Florida pouring into the Miami area to try and help rescue people trapped below the rubble. As the days progressed, the death toll rose to nearly 100. All this time later, major questions remain. Specifically, what can lawmakers do to prevent a future tragedy like this one?
Tonight, a Fox 4 investigative report digging into new laws drawn up and signed by Florida lawmakers to prevent a future disaster like the one in Surfside. But is it enough? We search for answers tonight on Fox 4 News at 6, and it begins right now.
Live from Southwest Florida, you're watching Fox 4 News at 6.
Questions surrounding high-rise building laws hitting us right here at home, as next week will mark 1 year since the Surfside condo collapse. I'm Chris Earl.
And I'm Nadine Yanis. Tonight, context as numbers Fox 4 Investigates obtained show 1 out of every 10 people who live here live in a high-rise.
Fox 4 investigative journalist Ryan Kruger examines if Florida's new building safety law fixes what critics said played a major role in the collapse.
In the blink of an eye, 98 lives were taken as the Champlain Towers South Condo building partially collapsed.
Caught on camera right here.
Caused the Champlain Tower South to crumble.
Today, the judge approved a $96 million settlement.
Rescue crews searched the rubble for weeks, initially trying to save people, but later just hoping to find the bodies of those who died. Later investigations would find the building was in dire need of structural repair. 6 different federal investigation teams are still searching for answers to keep this from ever happening again. Last week, investigators with the National Institute of Standards and Technology gave their first update in months.
This is, a 40-year-old building, and there are many buildings like it constructed across the U.S. and around the world.
For many, as that search for answers continues, the context of what this means resonates across the Sunshine State. According to an analysis by the state Senate, there are more than 1.5 million condo units throughout the state of Florida, where many, like Surfside, more than half of them, 60%, were built more than 30 years ago.
Have you ever seen something that bad before?
I've seen rebar failing. I've seen concrete failing. I've actually had a concrete stairwell collapse in an apartment building once that we've had to deal with. So, yeah, we've seen it.
Before any new construction is allowed to open on Fort Myers Beach, fire official Jennifer Campbell leads a team inspecting all high-rise commercial and residential buildings. Town code also requires yearly safety inspections.
If we see cracking, what is that cracking look serious? We may just ask them, hey, we're going to forward this for a building inspector to come take a look. There's just so much that goes into it.
But inspections only go so far. Recertification, the process where a professional electric or architecture company checks if a specific set of safety requirements are met, goes much further. Until Florida's condo safety law was signed last month, only Broward and Miami-Dade counties required it. When the Champlain Towers South collapsed, they were in the middle of a 40-year recertification process.
Recertification, the time period, 40 years, is too long. It's way too long.
Dr. Atorad Azizi Namini is an expert in structural engineering. He's currently director of Florida International University's Moss School of Construction, Infrastructure, and Sustainability.
Recertification is important, but that has to be coupled with the good inspections and good methods.
The new law requires recertification after 30 years for condos that are 3 stories and higher. 2 million people in the state live in buildings that would be impacted. That's 10% of the population. The rules are stricter when you're within 3 miles of the coast.
There's a huge difference from being away from the salt water as opposed to being right next to the salt water. There's a huge difference.
And like you said, so this is all the fact that you got salt water.
The salt is definitely not a friend to anything. So maintenance becomes probably the biggest concern in staying on top of the maintenance.
The new condo safety law, which goes into effect in 2024, also requires condo associations have enough savings money for major repairs. And if inspectors find major issues, work has to begin within the year. The condos can't put it off.
A lot of times the law has to be able to prod these people along who are not necessarily engineers. They're not necessarily contractors. They have a different kind of mentality.
Structural engineer Greg Batista, who specializes in concrete repair projects, says he notified the board of the Champlain Towers South years before the collapse.
I told them, and my engineer told them, look, you have a concrete repair problem. And basically this waterproofing thing was basically a Band-Aid.
Batista claims he was fired soon after. In the years since the collapse, he's written a book about the tragedy that he says could have been avoided.
The requirement to have less time between inspections on coastal properties, I think that's great.
Dr. Azizi Namini believes finding the exact cause to the Surfside collapse is certainly important, but not where our attention should be focused.
It should be more on finding buildings that needs to be retrofitted and retrofit or upgrade them using a very sound methods.
Methods Campbell says she's committed to getting right, as memories of that day and all those lost so quickly are still with her.
And it's unfortunate that it's stuff, it's incidents like this that cause things to be reactionary and like, hey, let's finally do something. Okay, well, yeah, that's great. Let's do something. So let's take care of it.
And we mentioned in our investigation, there are now 6 different federal investigative teams looking into the Surfside collapse. They say it could take another year, maybe even 2, before they have a full answer as to why that building collapsed. Ryan Kruger, Fox 4 Investigates.